Hello, we are again in Prague at GP. I'm here with Raphael Levy, the French Magic superstar. How are you doing so far?
I'm 5-2, just lost twice in a row, so I have to battle to make it.
Yeah, that will be tough. You have great experience in Prague in past times. You play in previous GPs and you made top 8 in one of them. How are you? What do you mean is the most important thing in an event like this? It's most about skill, preparation, luck, or patience?
There's so many players that you have to keep focused all the time. Losing one round is bad. Winning 2 rounds is also pretty bad, but there's still chances. You can still make it. So never lose focus. If you lose once, you can still make it. So just keep fighting till the end. That's the key to making it to the end.
Yes, you fight pretty long time because you are one of the oldest players on tour. You play more Pro Tours than everyone. What do you still like on the game? The game is so big in these days. It's pretty different than in the old days. What do you really like on the game right now? What is the fact which make the game interesting for you?
I think I would miss it more if I quit now. Like if I stop playing now, I would miss the tournaments. I would miss traveling. The game is it's still pretty big and pretty interesting. I liked it better before. That's my personal opinion. But it's still fun to travel around and play some rounds and win. Winning is the most fun part.
Yes, when you usually play constructed, you are usually choose to play a rogue deck. Why? You didn't like the T1 decks or just want to make more fun?
Well, my preparation is constructed is a bit different than other people. I don't really like to play the deck of the format because it's basically 50-50 against other decks. So I'd rather have a deck that is 55% against one and 45 against the other. So you might have a chance to be more than 50% in your pairings. I don't know if that makes sense, but I like to play something different than that other people. It's probably something else, but I think it's the best. So.
Yes, it's your opinion. That's fine. Which deck from the past you like more than others? It's something like your pet deck or your most favorite deck, which you have most nicest times or something like this.
Oh, the nicest decks are the ones you win with.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know. I can talk about the Greenland Destruction deck, the Zoo deck.
You mean the Greenland Destruction from French GP in 97 or 98?
Yes, from 98.
Before the change of Mulligan rule?
Before that, yes, when people kept the one-landers and just lost to a waste.
That was pretty sick deck, I guess.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But when you talk about the Zoo deck, you won 2 GPs in a row with your Zoo deck.
Yes.
How you can make it? It's pretty hard to win 2 GPs in a row constructed with the same deck and maybe close the same 75 cards. How that can happen?
Honestly, I don't know. I would like to do it again, but I can't pull it out. Seems impossible. I don't know how I did it. It seemed like it wasn't in other life. It seems so hard now, and GPs were also a lot smaller. Dallas and Singapore were 700 player GPs, and this one's 1,300. So winning twice in 1,300 player tournaments, really much tougher.
Yes, and other fact, this is a Seal deck GP, and it was a constructed GPs. You mean the Seal deck is more luck-oriented than constructed, or it just doesn't matter anyway?
That's the same debate all the time, but I think Seal deck is pretty skill-oriented. But yes, that's what I said. I think it's really hard to make good Seal deck. In this format, it's really hard to build. When I received my deck, the 30 minutes I didn't have enough, so I just built I was trying to build an effect deck. It was really tough. I had the cards, but I was missing something. So I had 5 minutes left on the clock. So I put together another deck, a white-blue deck. And I've spent 3 hours building something else. And I can imagine that players who don't have as much experience would face the same problems and won't have as much time to rethink the decks during the first few rounds. So it is skill-oriented, but also you have the luck of the pool, but that's nothing you can do about.
Yes, building a good deck with a pool in this format is especially pretty hard. But what about draft? You have experience with the new Phyrexian. You like the whole Mirrodin block. You mean it's interesting, it's skilled, it's funny, or no? What do you mean about it?
I haven't played that many drafts in that format. I was away last week, so I played my first draft 3 days ago. I played about 4 drafts so far. So far I like it, but I don't have any special techs. I like some cards, I don't like some others, but it seems more interesting than the last one. There's a lot more. It's new, so no one knows about it. So I still want to either practice more or have more intuition about it.
Yes, that's true. You like drafting infect, or you have some different strategy?
No infect, that's my strategy. Any infect cards I just leave to anyone else. Because I don't know the cards enough, I don't know the last set enough, I haven't played with it enough. And I know if you want to play infect, you really need to like choose the right card, because if the draft doesn't go your way, pretty sure you're screwed. So if you don't know the cards well enough, you just stay away from infect. And I like most of the cards people don't like. I like all the black dogs, caustic hounds, the mortis dog, like all these really bad cards that no one wants. I really like them. And since you can have like really like direct damage deck, like Dross Hoppers and stuff that you always get, that's the deck I prefer. That's the deck I like the most.
Yeah, that's interesting. You mean you will have a good chance to make this day 2, or no, right now?
It's probably about 30%. I have to win the next 2 rounds and my deck's not very good, so I'll do my best, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But
what do you mean right now about upcoming events, like for instance Pro Tour in Japan? Because you are one of guys who didn't really like to travel to Japan. I mean weeks ago or month ago.
Yes.
And right now you change your opinion and you will travel to Japan, or still no? What do you mean?
I will go to Japan, I will go play the PT, and the debate is something like really wide. We talked about it for hours and still don't think that's a good idea, but I'm still going because I have too much to lose. So I will go.
After that many years on tour, you still have motivation to something like win a Pro Tour, make top 8?
Of course, you got to win. Even though I haven't won much lately, well, I've done well, but not like I haven't been in the highlights, but I've done well. I hope I can make it again. I'll try to pull it out. Tomorrow is gonna be tough because I have to go like 2-8-0 to make top 8. It's probably less than 30%. It's probably more than like 1. But if I can make it, of course, and I'll do my best. I'll try my best to make it.
Yes, all of your big finishes are from the history. I can say this. Sorry from this, but you mean you was better in old days, or now the game is so much tougher than it was, or what do you mean about the game level?
I don't think that the game level has changed much. It's just that there are more players, and that makes it a lot tougher to make it. I know there are some players that always make top 8, but overall it's really tough to make it every time, because even though you're really good, you still like to pull it out sometimes and just have like games going your way more often than not. And in the old days, you could lose like 3 times and still make it. These days, 3 times just like you're out. You can't even make it on tiebreakers. And 2 losses and a draw don't even make it. So you have to win more in a row. So that's like more variance. But if you're good, you're going to make it eventually.
Yes, that's definitely true. I need to say thank you for the interview, and have a good luck in tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks.